the Nintendo Switch Lite versus the Nintendo 2DS XL. This is going to be a very interesting video. I am going to be reviewing both the Nintendo Switch Lite, which is a handheld console only, and the Nintendo 2DS XL, which is also a handheld console only. And we are going to be comparing them side by side to see which one comes out on top. Let's get started. So to start, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch Lite. This system has released as a part of the Nintendo Switch lineup, and it is definitely, obviously, as you can see, not a part of the 3DS and 2DS console lineup. It has one screen, better analog sticks, it still has a D-pad and the A, B, X, and Y buttons. It has the home screenshot button, all that good stuff. Now that's just the buttons, but there is just so much different about this console, and we're going to be taking a look at all of it. So in the Nintendo Switch lineup, the Switch Lite sits as a handheld only console, and what was great about the Switch was that it can be handheld or a home console in the dock, but the Nintendo Switch Lite takes the docking feature and kind of just throws it in the garbage. The Nintendo Switch Lite is, again, an only handheld console, so this is for people who love handheld gaming and don't really care about the docking feature. Let's talk about some of the games that are on these systems. So the Switch Lite, since it's a Switch system, is able to play only Switch games and titles that are released on the Nintendo Switch. So the Nintendo 2DS, as I'll talk about later, has some great titles, although they are a lot older and the graphics are going to be a lot worse compared to the Nintendo Switch and the Switch Lite and all. But the Nintendo Switch Lite has some really amazing games, and I've made probably a few videos about some of the games on these systems, especially the Switch. The Nintendo Switch Lite has stuff like Animal Crossing New Horizons, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Metroid Dread, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and many, many more. There are just so many great games on this system, and since you're sacrificing the dock feature, and if you're looking to play only handheld, then this is actually a really great option for you if you want to get into some handheld gaming, especially from Nintendo, because Nintendo has amazing titles. Now let's talk about some of the performance. The Nintendo Switch Lite has pretty good performance. I'm pretty sure it has the same specs as the regular Nintendo Switch. I'm not completely sure, but I've seen it perform pretty much the same, and yeah, it's pretty solid. The performance still isn't the best compared to Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, heck, even a gaming PC, but it runs well enough to play all of the games you would ever need. So with the Switch Lite, I'm going to say that the biggest differences between it and the Nintendo 2DS XL are the form factor, the amount of screens, features, and the games. The games being probably the biggest one. The Nintendo Switch Lite has another generation of absolutely amazing games, 7 years worth of them, and you can play them all in handheld mode. So I'm going to say you should buy the Switch Lite if you're looking for a much more recent version of handheld gaming, and you love all of the Nintendo Switch games and you want to be able to take them with you wherever you go, and you're okay with the lack of a little bit less customization and features, because the 2DS did have a lot more customization and a lot more features, I would say, on the software side. But if you're okay with all of that, then I'd say go ahead and buy the Nintendo Switch Lite. Moving on to the Nintendo 2DS XL, this was the last edition of consoles in the Nintendo 3DS lineup, and it released the same year as the Switch, interestingly, which was 2017, and this thing is absolutely amazing as well. I'd say on the same scale of amazing as the Nintendo Switch Lite. But again, this console is not going to be for everyone, so pay attention. The Nintendo 2DS XL, in my opinion, feels very comfortable to hold. It is kind of plasticky, but it's still very comfortable, and it looks really nice. It has a ton of games that you can play, a lot of these being the ones that released with the Nintendo 3DS back in 2010 and 2011. But then there is also still capability to play Nintendo DS games. So if you really love the Nintendo DS and you want to have a more recent console to play DS games, or you want to play DS games alongside your 3DS games, then this is going to be the console for you for sure. This console is plenty powerful to handle all of the games you throw at it for the 3DS and the DS, and I think this console is really great. It has a stylus in terms of features, and some more features are the internet browser. It has customizable software and much more things like that. And I've talked about this console a lot over the past few months, but this console is really great for 3DS and DS games. There are just so many amazing games on this console, and it's kind of the same situation as the Switch Lite. It has just so many great and amazing games. Some of the amazing games on the Nintendo 2DS include The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, The Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds, Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. There's Fantasy Life. Don't know if you guys have heard of that, but that's one of my favorites. And there's just so many more. Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of games that you can play on this system, and I think that this is definitely worth the buy. Now, I'm going to say you should buy the Nintendo 2DS XL if you want to get into the 3DS and DS line of games, and you're okay with having a little bit of an older system from, I'd say, from around 6 to 7 years ago, and you're also okay with the eShop being closed down, and you're okay with the form factor, the 2 screens, and you like all of the features that it offers. Oh yeah, and it also has a camera. The Nintendo Switch Lite does not have any sort of camera system, which is a nice add-on. So if you're okay with all of that, the form factor, the big generations of games, and all of the features it offers, and the 2 screens, and everything about it, if you're okay with all of that, then I would say this is definitely worth the buy. Now, if you want to look for one of these, you're gonna have to go look on eBay for the most part. Amazon does have them, but they are extremely expensive. They're like $350 to $450 US. So I would say go try to pick up a used one on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, or eBay, and you should probably get a good deal there. And I forgot to mention, if you're looking for a Nintendo Switch Lite, well, these are still being sold and manufactured, so you can pretty much find one anywhere. Alright guys, well that's going to be the end of this video. I really hope I helped you make the right decision to get into your phase of handheld gaming. and I hope that you will really enjoy whichever one you picked, as they are both great options. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed, like if you enjoyed, and comment down below what you thought, and punch the notification bell if you've subscribed for upcoming notifications on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.